see the PPT as well. Okay, so in the previous sum, we had found out total float. Okay, so if you see our TF, that is total float. Okay, so what is total float? We had explained in the previous class as well, but once again for you to remember. Okay, the total time with which we can delay an activity is called as the total float, the additional time that is required. Okay, so if you see here in the previous sum, if you see what is happening, total float, like what is the uh, critical path here? It is BFJ. Okay, so you can see here it is marked in red in this particular figure next to that table. So it is 1 2 3 3 to 6 and 6 to 8, or 1 3 6 8 what we call. So also in terms of activity, if you call, it is BFJ. Okay, so if you see for B, the total float is 0. For F, if you see again, the total float is 0. And last one is J. And for J also, if you see, the total float is 0. Okay, that means you cannot alter anything in the critical path. So you need to be very specific and you need to finish your work in the time given to you, especially in the critical path. Rest all, if you see here for A, I'm having 9. For C, I'm having 3. For D, I'm having 9 again. So these are the additional time, like you can take, okay, up to 9 days or 9 hours, whatever it is. So up to that particular additional time you can take, but try to finish it very early. Like, okay, here, if you see 2 is the, for A, 2 is the duration. So instead of 2, you can add another 9, that is up to 11. So you can take up to 11 days or 11 hours to complete this particular A. Okay, so that much of additional time is there with me. So that is the total float. But for the critical path, it is very much specific that you need to finish it in that particular time. Otherwise, if you increase even by 1 unit, so whatever the unit is, like for example, minute, hour, or day, or week, whatever. Okay, so what happens? Your total duration will increase of the project. So that should not happen. So that's why we call it as the critical path. If you reduce well and good, the whole project will be reduced. Okay, that we can see, that is crashing is there later on, but only theory is there. I'll explain what is that. Okay, but before that, if you see, so the critical path is the one where exactly whatever the duration is given, you need to meet. If you increase at least by 1 unit, even if you increase by 1 unit, the duration of whole project will increase. Okay, so it is that important. So that's why it is called as the critical path. And rest, okay, they will be having some additional spare time. Like if you cannot complete it in that particular duration which was specific to it, so you can take some more time. Okay, so it may so happen that there might be multiple uh, critical paths. Okay, we have seen only one. It will not be only one. If the project is very big and multiple activities are there, the chances are there could be multiple critical paths. So if you get in the examination sometimes, okay, you might get that multiple critical paths are there. So you can write both. So all the two, or it can be three also. So 2 to 3, whatever you are getting, you can write it as the critical path. So don't get confused over there. Like I'm getting two, whether it is right or wrong. No, it is not wrong. There could be multiple critical paths as well. Okay, so this is total float, the time with which we can delay an activity. So total float is equal to LS minus ES, that is latest uh, start minus earliest start, or latest finish minus earliest finish. Okay, then the float for all the critical activities will be 0. I just explained you, like I went back here. BFJ I have marked here also. B, you can check, it is 0 here. For F again 0 here. Then for J again 0 here. Right. So the float for all the critical activities will be 0. Okay. So with this, we will start with the next sum. So you can write down this. Draw the network diagram and find critical path, duration, ES, EF, LS, and LF. Write this down. And also here they have given the activity node, and the duration. So instead of activity, they have given name. Okay, it could be anything. Here they have mentioned A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Up to H we are having. Activity node is given, and duration in days is given to you. Okay, so just check the question, whatever is asked. So they have asked you critical path, duration, Then instead of total float, they have given you ES, EF, LS, and LF. That means the same thing you need to write, but only one thing less you need to calculate, that is total float. Just the subtraction part you need to leave. If you want, you can calculate that also, but it's not expected or not asked by you to do it. Okay, just let me know once you finish copying the table, I mean the question total. Yeah, students, done with taking down the question.
No.
Okay, you're done. Well and good. So if you see here, network diagram, how to draw. Again, the table is given to you here at this side. Name, activity node, and duration. So when activity node is given, it is very easy to draw. Okay. So even when activity is given, even that time also activity and precedence is given, it is easy. But only thing is you should remember that activity is an arrow and not the node. Okay, then it is very easy. Nodes will number in terms of numbers will nominate them. Okay, and activities in terms of alphabets. Okay, so if you see A, it is from 1 to 2, B is 1 to 3, C is 1 to 4. So this is node. This one is node, 4 is also node, 1 is again 1 to 3 is even 1 is node and 3 is node. So there are three activities which start from node 1, and as I told you, activity is always an arrow and node is a circle. So an activity starts from a node and ends at a node. So that's why they are given activity A between nodes 1 and 2. Okay, so first I'll draw node here. So 1, this is 1. Okay, then A is the red. So I'll put this is one more. Okay, this is 2 arrow and this is A. So what is the duration? Duration is 6. In bracket, I'll write 6. Okay, for this only I'll write. Next, I'll just write A, B, C, D. You can copy it directly in your books. Then B is 1, 2, 3. So I'll draw here. So this is B. Okay, this is B. This is 1 to 3. Okay, then C is 1 to 4. Okay, I'll draw here C. This is 1 to 4. 4. Okay, so this is 1 to 4. Then D is 2 to 4. So here 2 is here, then 4. 2 to 4 is D. So this is D. Then E is 2 to 5. So there is one more here. Okay, I'll draw it here, 2 to 5. This is E. Yes, this is E, 2 to 5. Just don't draw, just look at this, then you can draw it at the end. Okay, so first understand how to draw it. This is E, then F. F is 3 to 6. 3 to 6. Is there any 6 here? No. So I have to draw one more. So 3 to 6. 3 to 6. What it is? 3 to 6 is F. So this is F. And always remember to draw the arrowhead as well. 3 to 6. Then 4 to 6. So 4 to 6 is G. This is 4 to 6 is G. 4 to 6, 5 to 6. 5 to 6 is H. This is 5 to 6 is H. See here, one issue is, see here, 4 is here, 4 is here also. So how did I do that mistake? Okay, I told it will start with one node and end with one node only. But here this is dangling. We call this as dangling. So to explain that, I have drawn this. Okay, this is there are some errors in drawing the uh, network diagram. Okay, this is called as tangling error. That means you are not closing that error. That means, as I told you, it starts with one node. The network diagram starts with one node and ends with only one node. So here directly D they said 4 and it's been drawn here. Then again C is 1 to 4. Again it is being drawn. So how can you do that? 2 2. You cannot. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to change this. Okay. I'll draw it once again. I'll remove all this and I'll draw once again so that you will understand how to draw this particular network properly. So I cannot 4 I can write here and also here. I cannot do that. Okay, so that is the mistake what I did. Even in the examination, you guys also will be doing it, but be very careful. So it is not complete now. I cannot draw directly this to here. Okay, so I cannot write this as 4 and 6. Okay, this is 4 is already there, but there is a mistake that is being done by me. Okay, so I'll draw that particular thing once again. I'll erase everything. Okay, so I'll show you how to draw the proper thing. Okay, A again 1 to 2. So this is node 1. Sorry, I'll draw the proper this one. Okay, so this is 1, node 1. Then I'm having 2. So I'll write 2 here. So this is node 2. Okay, and this is activity A. Second is B 1 to 3. So instead of drawing it here, okay, I'll draw 1 2 3 this side. Okay, so 3 is here. So 3 I'll draw here. So I'll tell you why. So if you see 1 4 was here earlier and other 4 was here. So to remove that, okay, I am bringing the 4 here. Okay, so 1 to 4 I'll write here. This will be my 4 and this is C and this is B. Okay, I am not making any big change here. Everything. See, if you see here, A is starting from 1, B is starting from 1, C is starting from 1. If you see here, A is starting from 1, B is starting from 1, C is starting from 1. Instead of like A, B, C, I am writing A, C, B. There is nothing much of difference. Okay, so C is done. Then D is 2 to 4. See here, I can directly write here 4 now. 2 to 4, nothing much. So 2 to 4 is D. So instead what we did earlier, okay, so I had written it here. D was here. Okay, so that was what you call a move where I couldn't mix those two fours. Okay, so when I couldn't do that, there was an error that happened. Okay, so this is D actually. I'll draw it once again. Okay, this is activity D 2 to 4. Then 2 to 5. So is there any 5 here? No. So I'll draw a 5 here. 2 to 5. 2 to 5 is E. Excuse me. 2 to 5. Then 3 to 6. Where is 3? 3 is here. Is there any 6? No. So I'll draw a 6 here. 3 to 6. 3 to 6 is F. 3 to 6 is F. Then G is 4 to 6. So 4 to 6 is F. Sorry, 4 to 6 is G. 4 to 6 and 5 to 6. So if you see, is there any tangling here? I started with 1 and ended with 6. There is no activity that is just left apart. So starts with 1 and ends with 6. So 5 to 6 is H. So this is my H. So this is the right diagram to draw. So earlier if you see 4 was 1 here, then one more was here. So there was a lot of confusion. So instead, so wherever 4 comes, you can interchange those. Okay, instead of writing 4 at the place of 3 here, I am writing interchanging it here. Okay, so that 2 to 4 I can join. Right. So this is a small modifications what you can do. So earlier also I have explained, but here again you might think that okay 4 is there, 4 is here, again top bottom, too much of confusion and you will not draw the network diagram properly. Okay, so you can copy this. Okay, so properly I have drawn it here, you can copy. So 1 to 2, if you see it is here, 1 to 2, 1 to 4, again 4 I told you in between I have taken. Okay, this 4 is here, so that 2 to 4 I can join properly here. Instead of taking 4 here, if I take 4 here, so I cannot jump here. So I can, there is no issue, I can make a section like this. Okay, I can come here, I can make a section like this and I can go and join, but it will not look that easy, like that neat, and it will be what you call a lot of confusion may happen over there. Okay, so sometimes we have seen students doing that as well. So there is not an issue, you can do that. Okay, this particular thing what you did, you can do that as well, but it will be very what you call not looking that good. Plus, and if you want to do something, it will be very difficult, because later on you need to do with the forward pass and the backward pass. Okay. Then after that, ES, EF, all those things you need to write. Then find out the critical path. So it will be very difficult for you. If you see, all are in one single line. No line or no arrow is cutting each other. Right. So this is how you need to draw it. I hope you have completed drawing this. And this values inside the bracket, those are the duration for that particular activity. So if you see here 6, 8, 5, 3, 5, 12, 8, 6. So the same thing is written here 6, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5. So on and so forth. You are having it in your books, you can check. Okay, for E it is 5, for H it is 6, and so on. So for drawing, for solving PERT and CPM, whatever it is, the network diagram is very very much important. It's the base. So without the network diagram, you cannot find out the duration, you cannot find out the critical path. Okay, you cannot like critical path can be found out, but you cannot find out the ES, LS, LF and all. So those things are very much difficult without drawing the network diagram. So you need to draw, and there is what you call marks for network diagram, because other than this, so early start and early finish will not give you the correct answers, right? So if you see now, so you'll go with the forward pass. So forward pass, I told, it will be always written on top of the arrow. Okay, so I'll put a what you call bracket here. So it starts with 0, and duration is 6. It is 6, 0, 6. So for C it is starts with 0 again, because it's starting with node 1. Okay, it will start at 0th time, and it needs 5 days to complete the work. Okay, next here coming to B, it is 0, 8. Starts at 0 and it needs 8 hours to complete 0, 8. So coming to E on top here. So if you see, so the end of A will be a start of E. So when will A end? A will end at 6. So this is 6 plus what is the duration for E? It is 5. 6 plus 5 it is 11. Okay, 6 plus 5 is 11. That is H. So coming to this one, again, this will start. Okay, this particular activity. So which is this activity 2 to 4? 2 to 4 I have not written. 2 to 4 is D. Okay, this is D. This is D. What is the duration for D? Duration for D is 3. Okay, this is 3. I'll go back and check again if you want. So if here, duration for D is 3. Okay, so D 3. So again, D will start after A itself. So when will A end? A will end at 6. This is 6, comma, plus 3. The duration for D is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. So 6, comma 9 is here. Then coming to F. F will start after B. So B will end at 8. So F will start at 8. 8 plus 12 will give you 20. Okay, 12 plus 8 is 20. Now coming to G. G, if you see, there are two. That is one coming from 2 to 4 and one more is 1 to 5. So always in the forward pass, what I have told, take the maximum value. Here C will end at 5. Okay, C will end at 5, but D will end at 9. But for G to start, both D and C would have finished. So for both D and C should have finished. So the maximum time. So for both, if you see here, 9 is the maximum. So we need to take 9. So G will start at 9. That is after D. So 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 is how much? 17. So
17.
this is 17. 9 comma 17. So now H is remaining. H again, one only one is there. So that is after E, H will start. So E will end at 11. So H will start at 11. 11 comma 11 plus 6. Duration is 6. 11 plus 6 is 17. Okay. So if you see, three arrows are coming and meeting here. Three arrows are coming and meeting. So first one is 17 here. Second one is also 17. Third one is 20. So always the duration will be the maximum that you take. The maximum that comes and reaches the last node. So in this case, it is 20. So your duration is always 20. Okay. So the maximum duration at the maximum time, that is coming and reaching the last point. So that will be my duration. So in this case it is 20 and two 17s are there. Okay, so when will I tell the work is finished? When all the activities are complete. So for the activity F to complete, it takes 20 hours or 20 days, whatever. So 20 is the total duration. So this is my forward pass, right? So I'll go back here. Okay, you can write it here now. Okay, you can write the forward pass. This is already done and everything is given to you. So after this, you have to start with the backward pass. Copy fast and tell me once you finish.
Sir,
Yeah, Punam.
please explain G8 once again.
G8. Okay. See here, G, if you see G, it takes 8 as the duration. So when will G start? So G will start after D and C. So before G, what is there? There is D and C. Okay. So after the activities D and C, only the G should start. Okay, so for C activity, as I told, like for others, you have to see when it will end. Like for example, two, if you see, it will finish like for E, it will start after A, and A is ending at 6. So I have taken 6 here. Okay, in this case, so 6 plus 5 is 11, 6 comma 11 I have got. But for the node 4, okay, or the activity G to start, two activities should have finished, that is D and C. Okay, so here 5 is there, here 9 is there. Which one to take? So when I say after D and C, so whichever is the highest, so I need to wait till then only I have to start with G. So I cannot just start after C. Okay, so even C is finished at 5, I cannot start G because D activity is not at complete. The D is not at complete. So D will complete at 9. So after 9 only I need to start G. So my starting of G will be always 9. That is the maximum number. Okay. When there's a burst event or the merge event, so especially in the merge event in the forward direction, that is the forward pass. Okay. So whenever there is a merge event, the highest one we need to take. Here 5 is there, 9 is there, and the highest is 9. So 9 will be the starting point of G. Then 9 plus 8 is 17 is the end point of G. Did you get, Poonam? Any doubts?
Yes, sir. Got sir.
Okay. So done with copying the forward pass. Yes, students, done with forward pass.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now backward pass. So backward pass will start. So before that, what is the duration? Duration is the highest again here, 20. So 20 is the duration. 20 is the duration. So always remember you have to start with the backward pass at the highest number, that is the duration. Okay, so duration is here. So again I should not take here 17 back. Okay, so first I should write, so I'll start with here. So always remember forward pass on top of the arrow, backward pass at the bottom. Okay, so when will it end? It will end at 20. Okay, so when will it start? 20 minus 12. 20 minus 12 is 8. Okay, so again coming to G, when it will end? It will end at 20. I told 20 only we should take for all the values, not 17. So that is why we have mentioned duration is equal to 20 here. Okay, duration is 20. So 20 minus 8. 20 minus 8 is again 12. So this is 12 comma 20. Again coming to this one bottom. So again it will end at 20 only here. So this is 20. So 20 minus what is the value here? It is 6. So it is 14 here. 14 comma 20. 14 comma 20 is here. Okay, so now again E. H is done. So E, when it will end? E will end at 14. So 14 I'll write first. Okay, comma. What is the duration? 5. So 14 minus 5 is 9. So this is 9 comma 14. So coming to D. So D, so it is like G is there after that. So when will G end, like start? So it is 12. So ending of D will be 12. Okay, I have to write it here. So this is 12 comma. What is the duration? 3. So 12 minus 3 is again 9. This is 9 comma 12. So coming to C, C again, the end of C will be 12 because the start of G is 12. So I have to put here 12. Okay, comma. What is the duration? Duration is 5. 12 minus 5. What is 12 minus 5?
7. 7.
7. So this will be 7 comma 12. Okay, so this is done. So now here, so end of start of F is 8. So that should be the end of B. So I'll write 8 here, comma. What is the duration? Again 8. So 8 minus 8 is 0. So this will be 0 comma 8. Right. So what is left now? Only A is left. So for A, this is C, it is going back. So there are two values. One is 14 here. Sorry, one is 9 here, and the other one is also 9. So there is no issue. So I need to take 9 only at the end here. Okay, 9 comma 6. So 9 minus 6 is 3. So this is 3 comma 9. So check whether we have completed all. So for this I'm having, for this I'm having, for this, for this, for this, for this, for this. Yes, we have completed the backward pass also. Okay, so for you to take, so any doubts you ask me here, or if you want to take down, yes, the backward pass is here already given to you. So you can copy the backward pass. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Yes, students, take down fast. Let me know when you finish. If you have any doubts, also you can ask me. I'll explain. Yes, students, done copying. Copy fast, students. Yeah, one more thing. Don't draw the whole network diagram again for forward pass, backward pass. Only in one diagram we need to draw. But I cannot show it exactly in every this one in one place. So I am drawing like step by step. I am giving you this particular thing. So draw only once. Network diagram will be drawn only once. So okay. So that's why I said leave that particular space in front. Okay. When you write that activity and the duration. So on top you should write the forward pass. Bottom the backward pass. Okay, so only one diagram, network diagram has to be drawn, and all these things have to be written. So for you to understand better, okay, I am taking multiple snaps of the same network diagram and like showing you different things, like drawing once, then depicting the activities, then with the durations, then forward pass separately, backward pass separately. So in the examination, don't do that. Everything should be done in only one the network diagram. Even the marking of the critical path also has to be done only on one. Okay, don't draw multiple things. Okay, multiple diagrams need not be drawn. Only one diagram will show you everything, and like that only you need to draw. Like for example, this is the last one. When I draw that, so it has everything. Okay, the activity, the duration, the forward pass, the backward pass, the representation for the critical path, everything will be there. So that is the only one which you need to draw. Okay, so if you are not understanding, for one sum you can do this. Okay, what I did. For others, everything has to be done only in one diagram. Okay, so done with the copying.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
students, done. Can I
Yes,
move
sir.
ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, unmute.
Oh, very sorry. I had muted that. Fine. So here I'll explain once again. See here, for this, we need to just check which all are same. So here it is 0, comma 6, 3, comma 9. No, it's not same. So here it is 9, comma 12. Okay, and 6, comma 9. It's not same. Okay, 0, comma 5, 7, comma 12. No. But here if you see 0, 8 and 0, 8. So this is correct. So I'm drawing the critical path here. So one more line I need to draw. Okay, then next check. So 6, 11 and 9, 14. No. 14, 20, 11, 17. No. So 9, 17, 12, 20. No. So next one is 8 and 12, 8, 20 and 8, 20. So again, one more line has to be drawn here. So this is the critical path. That is 1, 3, 6 or activities B and F. Activities BF or 1, 3, 6. Okay. Notes 1, 3, 6 represent the critical path. Now coming here, there are different paths. That is 1, 2, 5, 6. That is AEH. When you add the durations, I'm getting 17. So 1, 2, 4, 6 is one more, and that is ADG activities. And when you add the durations, 17. 1, 4, 6 is one more, which is giving you CG, which is equal to 13. Then 1, 3, 6, that is the activities BF, which is equal to 20. And the highest one is 20, and this represents the duration 20, and the critical path is 136 or BF. That is what is written here in critical path. So whatever you can see here in red in this particular diagram, so that is 1, 3 and 3, 6. So double lines are there. One is in black, one is in red. So don't do it in different colors. So basically, for you to understand, I've made it into different colors. You can draw it with your black pen itself. Okay. So that represents the critical path. In this case, it is 1, 3, 6. Okay, so understood? Any doubts here? What is critical path and what is the duration? How to find it? The maximum number that you get here for a duration. Okay, so that is taken as the total duration of the project. Okay, before this you cannot complete, that is in this case it is 20. So minimum of 20 days is required to complete this particular project, right? And the activities which follow, okay, to get this 20 are called as the critical activities, and the critical path that you follow, that is the number of nodes, different nodes, that is 136. So that is the critical path. Okay, take down this fast. Then we'll move with that EF, ES, LF, and LS. Have you done, students? Can I move ahead? Response, students. You need more time. At least tell that. If you have finished, tell that you have finished.
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. So we'll move with the next part, that is the finding out critical path. Okay, that is already done. I have shown you that in the previous one only. So the ES, EF, LS, and LF. So the ES is early start, EF is early finish. So that is these two come under the forward pass. So again write, or you can continue in that same question. Okay, there itself in the examination. Okay, so you can continue there itself writing ES, EF, LS, and LF. Okay, so for ES and EF, that is the forward pass. So for A, it is 0, 6. So 0 is the early start, it is written here. EF is the early finish, 6 is written here. So for B, if you see it is 0, 8, again 0, 8 is written. For C, it is 0, 5, 0, 5 is written. So for E, it is 6, 11. E is here, 6, 11. 6 is here, 11 is here. So that's how you need to write for the all the activities. So that is early start and early finish. Again, I'll repeat. So for getting this early start, early finish, late start, and late finish, you need to have drawn the proper what you call the network diagram. Then the forward pass and backward pass has to be drawn properly. Then only you will get the correct answer. Okay. Otherwise, these numbers will change and you end up with wrong answers. Okay. So for ES and EF, it is the forward pass. For LS and LF, it is the backward pass. So for A, you can see for A it is 3 comma 9. Again, it is 3 comma 9 is written here. For B, it is 0 comma 8. Okay, for B, it is 0 comma 8. So always when I say backward pass, it should be, you should sorry 7 comma 12. Okay, so it is 7 comma 12. As I told you, under the arrow. So even I got confused and I was looking at the over the arrow numbers. Okay, next coming to F. F again 8 comma 20. F is 8 comma 20. So similarly for all you need to write. So this is the table. Only till they asked here till here. Okay, so one more thing that was there was total float. TF was given to like asked. So what is TF? Again ES minus, sorry, LS minus ES or LF minus EF. So if you see here SS, that is largest minus the smallest, that is this minus this, okay, or this minus this. Okay, so which one also you can do it. So if you see just for the activities B and F, the value should be 0. For B it is, see here, 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 8 is 0 again, so this is 0. So for F, if you see again 8 minus 8 is 0 or 20 minus 20 is 0. So as I just explained you at the start of this particular class, that the total float for the critical path will always be 0, and for our critical path is BF or 136. So again we got it as 0. For others it will not be 0, it may be 0, but critical path will be 100% 0. So in this case, if you see 3 minus 0 is 3, or 9 minus 6 is also 3. So I'm getting total float as 3 here. Okay, so they have not asked total float here, don't write. Okay, if you want, you can calculate. There is no hard and fast rule that you should not write if not asked. So you can write it if you want. But anyway, when they ask, don't miss it, because the main thing is they ask total float itself. Okay, so this ends this particular uh, sum. Okay, we have got what all we have got. We have found out the critical path, the duration, ES, EF, LS, and LF. Okay, so these only things were asked. So what was the procedure? First, check out what is given. In this case, activity notes were given to you. So draw the network diagram. Okay, then mention the activities, write the duration, then go with the forward pass, then the backward pass. Okay, then find out the critical path, the duration. Okay, and you can write the ES, EF, LS, and LF. Okay, by seeing that particular network diagram. Okay, next, take down this particular thing. So here in this case, they are not given activity node. They are given predecessor, immediate predecessor. So take this. The following table gives the activities in a construction project. The following table gives the activities in a construction project. Okay, take down this particular table and under that draw the network diagram, determine critical path and project duration. They are just asking you critical path and project duration. So no need to write that ES, EF, LS and LF. So only till there you can do it. That is, draw the network diagram, then determine the critical path. For that, forward pass, backward pass. So when you do the forward pass, you'll get the duration, then backward pass. Okay, then find out the critical path. Take it down fast. Yeah, students, done. Done taking down. I need more time.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible. 1 second, I'll just check. Yeah, students, some technical issue. So it will not be seen. So I'll send that pic to you guys in the group itself. So you can take down the question and try solving it. So it's kind of a homework to you guys. Okay. So because I think the first sum, it was something like this predecessor was given to you. Then the second and third, we use the activity node type of data. Then again, this is a predecessor kind of data. Okay. So try this. If you are not getting the answer, let me know. I'll give you the answer, like the network diagram. Then rest all, I think you can do it. The forward pass and the backward pass, finding the duration and all. Okay, so there is no much difficulty over there. I'll drop this in the group itself. Okay, so this particular question. So don't worry about it. So we'll stop the class for today and continue in the next class. Okay, students, bye. Take care.